What is up, guys? Rob here at Bob Evans Classics. If you like classic cars, please hit the subscribe button. You can see all of our new inventory as we get in every week, and you can watch me and Chris go out and chase classic cars. Please subscribe today. We'll see you then. Let's go.
What is up, guys? Rob here with Bob Evans Classics. Mopar or no car, baby, here we go. We got a 1970 Challenger up for sale today. We're gonna do a full walkthrough, go over the good, the bad, and if there's any ugly, so you know exactly what you get before you get it. Guys, if you like classic cars and wanna see all of our new inventory, hit that subscribe button. You can see all of our cars. We post them every week. Plus, you can watch me go out chasing classic cars, how I actually buy them, dealing with people. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button before we get started, guys. I appreciate you. Subscribe, this way you can see our stuff and you can keep up with the market. 1970 Challenger. This has got a 340 V8 paired with an automatic transmission. Beautiful, crazy plum purple. Car's not a show car, but it's a nice car. It's got some flaws. I'll go over the full vehicle in depth. We'll do a full review of it. Definitely a solid looker. Interior's in pretty good shape as well. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and start with the passenger side fender. We'll give it the paint test, and as you can see my reflection. It's not perfect, but it's nice. It's got a nice shine on it. I would recommend to do this car right. The car needs to be wet sand, cut, and buffed. The paint looks good, but you do see some flaws in it. It looks like whenever they painted this car, they did not wet sand the car afterwards. So a nice wet sand, compound, cut, and buff would make this paint shine even more. It does have a nice shine to it, but I know you can get more out of this paint for sure. Probably say the paint's 7 out of 10. You can probably get it to an 8 with a nice cut. As far as flaws, I don't see any flaws on the fender. I see a couple imperfections here and a little bit in the clear coat. But I don't see any rust or anything like that or any bubbling. Your tires are pretty much, no, they're not new. I would say they're 75 to 80%. You got these BF Goodrich radials, and 215 70 R14s. And then you got your wheel right here with the beauty ring, looks like. Top of the fender looks nice. The car shows really good, guys. I mean, it's a nice looking car. It's not a $60,000 or $70,000 Challenger, but it looks good. We do offer financing. We can finance you credit score of 620 or above. Usually need 10% down. In a car like this, you know, probably around 4,000 bucks, and you can walk away with it. Easy terms for our lending options. Plus, we ship it. Moving on, got a little wear here in the door. This is not the best chrome. Looks like all the rubber's good. While we're up here in the windshield, windshield looks good. Looks nice and no cracks or anything. In the dash pad, you got a little, looks like a little seam starting in the dash pad all the way up front. You can't really see it from this side. Little flaw there. The gap is nice on this car. It's almost even all the way across. It gets a little bit wider here, but it's hard to tell. It looks nice and straight, nice and even. The body lines on this car also look nice. Looks real good. I got a trivia question for you guys. The purple color in Plymouth and the purple color in Dodge, what was the two names of it? I said Crazy Plum Purple earlier today. Was that Dodge or was that Plymouth? And which is correct? Let's see if you guys know. Was I right or wrong? Getting back to it, this gap is decent. It's nice and straight for the majority of it. Up here it closes a little bit. The rest of it's good. The door is in good shape. I don't see any flaws on this door at all. We'll give it the close test. We'll see how she closes. And one thing I will notice, the jambs are, the purple's off a little bit on the jambs. I don't know if you guys can see that. The purple's a little bit lighter. And that closes good. I'll close a little bit lighter. Closes well. Moving on to the quarter. Quarter's nice and straight. I don't see any Bondo, anything like that. Up on top, looks beautiful. Down here, that line is nice and straight. I don't see anything there. Rear quarter looks good. Little sand mark here. Tire, this one's about 90%. Wheels good. Inside looks good. Moving on to the rear. Man, this car just sits so well. I love the way these Challengers look. Got your rear spoiler here. This looks nice. Your gaps are good. Looks good. Chrome has a little wear on it, but not much. You can definitely get away with keeping it. Moving on to this quarter. Quarter looks nice and straight. I don't see any waves in it or nothing. Looks really good. Same thing up here. Yeah, guys, it's a pretty solid car as far as body work. I don't see a bunch of body work that was done to this car. Color looks good. Again, it's not a showroom paint job, but you can make it nice. Tires in good shape, same like the other. Lower quarter looks good. Looks nice. Gap looks good. Little flaw right here in the door. Got our VIN number up there. Glass is good. Let's go ahead and give it a close test. Close is good. Moving on to back up front. Fender looks good. No visible flaws. Just got, like I said, that little bit there. Tires in good shape. Wheels in good shape. Overall solid car, guys. Not a whole lot of flaws to point out. This hood a little bit, I mean, it's not in perfect shape. You can see here some weld marks. Got the hood pins on it, which will open it up in a minute. Guess we'll open up the hood in about a minute, and we'll open up the trunk. But before we do that, let me grab my phone, get a light, and we'll go under the car as well. Let's see, our other light died. Let's see if we can get it to turn on. The last car we did, it died out, so we'll see how long we got it. Undercarriage is all solid. You just need to paint it black. It's got some overspray from whenever they painted it. But it's clean. Clean, clean, clean. Looks good. I don't need much to make this car a real nice car. I don't think there's really any ugly on this. See if we can get our light to turn off. There we go. Throw it in the car with us. As far as the interior looks good. Headliner looks good. Back seat looks good. I don't really think you have to do anything. It does have a, looks like a Barracuda dash pad on it. Door panel looks good. You got power windows. Column shifter. But overall, nice inside. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. 340, power steering, power brakes, AC. AC's not hooked up. I mean, it's hooked up, but it's not working. So you gotta figure that out, get that going. And then as far as engine build, it's got a small cam in it. It sounds good. We'll start up in a minute. But I do want to take you in the trunk before we do that. Got some extra parts back here, extra steering wheel. Suspension parts. The quarters are good. I mean, it's overall, it's a solid car. Not perfect, but a solid car. Get ready to fire it up. And she sounds real good, real healthy. Let's try the turn signals. Bam. Bam. Lights work. Guys, not a bad car whatsoever. One thing I will say, the gauges need to be hooked up. These gauges are not working, so those will need attention. Windows goes up slow. This one needs a little help. Let's see if we can help it up. Alright, so that window needs help going up. It does go up, but you got to pull it with your hand to guide it along. Horn don't work, but I'll tell you what, this is a heck of a driver. This car drives great. It sounds great. It looks great. Needs a little bit of finishing touches, guys, but if anybody's interested, give us a call or go on our website, bobevansclassics.com. we can finance this one for you. Mopar, no car, hard to find these. Appreciate you guys checking out our page. God bless the USA. Let's go.